Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is my September wrap up. As always, I'm going to start off by talking about my statistics. This normally takes about a minute. You can skip ahead following the timestamp below if you would rather just get straight into the books. So in the month of September, it wasn't my best reading month. I finished 7 books. I'm in the middle of 3, which I'm hoping to finish in the next couple of days. It's the 29th at the moment, so I've got 2 days to finish it, and I'm also doing a readathon, so I might be able to manage it. And I also DNF'd 1, so overall, not the best reading month, but it's also not the worst. I gave 1 book 1 star, 1 book 2 stars, 4 books 3 stars, which is disappointing, so that just means it's average, 0 books 4 stars, and 2 books 5 stars. I read 3 physical books and 4 ebooks. 4 of the books that I read were backlist titles and 3 were new releases. 5 of the books were adult and only 2 were YA this month, and the genres were a little bit less diverse than previous months. I read 2 sci-fi, 2 thrillers and 3 fantasy books. First book I read and finished was A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers. I have been loving her books. I only discovered her this year. I started reading The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet and I just knew that she was going to be the right author for me. This book is the second book in the series. It follows one of the characters from The Long Way as they continue their journey, I guess, their life. It's so well done. It's told in alternating points of view between Jane and Sidra, and it was just absolutely phenomenal. I can't recommend this book series enough. I love it. I gave this one 5 stars because it was incredible. The next book I read was only a novella. This is Every Heart a Doorway by Shannon McGuire. I didn't like this one all that much. This one has been described as portal fantasy. It's a novella about children who have gone through portals to different worlds, kind of like Narnia, and they come back to the real world and then get sad, basically, because they can't get back to their fantasy world. There's also a murder mystery when someone starts murdering the people at the boarding school. I didn't really like this one all that much. It was very generic. The murder mystery wasn't fleshed out enough. It was very obvious and I just didn't connect with it at all. I'm not sure I'll bother continuing with the series, but let me know if it does get better. The Girl Before, which is an adult thriller. I didn't like this one. I gave it 2 stars. It would have been 1, but I kept reading it, so I gave it 2. This is about a couple who move into a new house that has like this massive long contract for things that they have to do and rules they have to follow. Think Christian Grey, but for like a house contract. I thought the twist was crap. I thought the writing was just kind of dull. I thought that the author wasn't very good at writing female characters. It was just a complete mess and I didn't like it, so 2 stars for this one. Two Dark Reigns by Kendare, which I have reviewed on my channel. I will leave a link somewhere. I gave this one 3 stars. It was good. It wasn't the best book in the series and I feel like the authors tried to drag the series on for too long. This is the 3rd one in the 3 Dark Crowns series, in case you didn't know. It's YA fantasy. I do go into more detail in my review, so again, go and watch that if you would like to know more. I then read Record of a Spaceborn Feud by Becky Chambers. I couldn't wait to get this one in paperback, so I bought the ebook, and it's incredible. I loved it so much. This one made me sob. This one is the 3rd book in the series, and it's about humans, basically, and their history, and how the Exodus fleet is coping and what they're doing now, and it was just so well done and I cried so much. I gave this one 5 stars. It's incredible. Please go and read Becky Chambers' books if you haven't already. They're adult sci-fi, in case you didn't know. I then read Fire by Kristin, Cashore, which is YA fantasy. This one came out in like 2009 or something, so before I even started blogging. I read Graceling back in the day and never got around to this, so I finally picked this one up. This is the 2nd book in the series. It's actually just a companion. It's about a girl called Fire who has flaming red hair. She's part monster and people are attracted to her both in good ways and bad ways. She can also read and manipulate people's minds, which is very important to the plot. I've given this one 3 stars because I felt like it dragged a bit and I don't know, I feel like the plot was too disjointed. The author tried to go for some political stuff, which would have like led it into political fantasy quite nicely considering the setting, but then it felt like she got a bit sidetracked or she didn't develop the political stuff enough. There was just a lot of palace drama and pregnancy and sleeping around and stuff, which I didn't really enjoy all that much. And finally, the final book that I finished completely is An Unwanted Guest by Shari Lapena. This is one that I read for my weekend readathon. I got it delivered in time for that because I was so excited for it. This is one of my most anticipated releases of the year, but unfortunately it wasn't great. It's less of a thriller, more of a murder mystery in the vein of Agatha Christie, which in and of itself is okay, but to be honest, it had all been done before and I knew who the killer was like almost straight away. I did have one other suspect, but then they died, so I was like, well, it's obviously this person then. The plot is that a bunch of people who don't know each other go to stay in a hotel and the snow causes the power to cut out and then all of a sudden someone dies and then a few more people die and it's a mystery about who's doing the killings. I liked it, it was decent, but it's not my favourite book of hers and I will probably be giving this hardback away because I don't have the space for it. I gave this one 3 stars. The 3 books that I'm currently in the middle of are 1, Sadie. It's a YA contemporary told in the style of true crime podcasts, and I'm listening to the audiobook and it's incredible. I love it so much. I'm also in the middle of The Colour of Magic by Terry Pratchett. I'm hoping to read this one after Sadie. It's a very, very short book. It's only 300 pages, so I'm going to fly through this, I hope. I'm about 20 pages in. The final book that I am sort of in the middle of is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. I'm planning to start that after The Colour of Magic, so I will be starting it in September and hopefully finishing it tomorrow on the 30th, but we'll see how it goes. I just wanted to include it anyway. So overall, it was quite a good reading month. I also really enjoyed being back on BookTube. I've been quite good with scheduling my posts and posting quite frequently, which is good. For some reason, my views have gone down and I'm not really sure what's causing that. I don't know if it's like the start of school or the summer holidays, everyone sort of drifted off. That's a bit of a shame, but I'm still really enjoying making the videos, so even if only 30 people are watching them, then hey guys, I'm still really enjoying it, so I will continue to do that. Thanks to everyone who is watching my videos, and I'll be back soon with my October TBR. Bye.